Yo champs! Back again on Wrestle Scope Daily with the latest WWE talk. Don't miss out, subscribe, and let's jump in. 5 minutes. That's all it took for AEW's Blood and Guts to turn into one of the most unforgettable nights in women's wrestling history. Skye Blue stepped into the steel cage ready for a challenge, but what unfolded was something much deeper. A test of resilience, heart, and courage. Facing Willow Nightingale in an environment built for chaos, Skye showed a new side of herself, one that fans had only glimpsed before. It wasn't just a match, it was a statement, a night where toughness met heart, inside the unforgiving steel. The bell rings and the battle begins. From the opening bell, the energy inside the arena was electric. Fans could feel something special brewing as Skye Blue squared off against Willow Nightingale, two competitors who have carved their own paths in AEW's Dynamic Women's division. There was no feeling out process, no hesitation. Willow charged forward with her trademark power, while Skye countered with sharp speed and determination. The sound of the crowd swelled with every strike and counter, every moment layered with tension. This wasn't about animosity, it was about pride. Two athletes who respected each other enough to test limits were now colliding in one of AEW's most brutal environments. As they fought between the two rings, it became clear that this night was about proving who could endure, who could adapt, and who truly belonged under the Blood and Guts spotlight. A clash of styles and spirit. What made this confrontation special was the contrast of personalities and styles. Willow Nightingale's infectious positivity collided with the darker, more focused energy of Skye Blue, who has evolved from cheerful underdog to fierce competitor over the past year. Each move told part of her journey, the missed chances, the frustrations, the determination to earn her place. Willow's strength kept her in control early on, tossing Skye into the corners with ease, but Skye's resilience shone through. She refused to stay down, landing precise kicks and counters that reminded everyone of her growing technical skill. Every exchange felt personal, yet respectful, fueled by passion rather than malice. The crowd responded to that emotion, chanting louder with every near fall. In those opening minutes, both women transformed a wrestling match into a raw display of spirit and identity. The steel cage changes everything. Then came the turning point, the moment the cage stopped being just a backdrop and became part of the story. When Skye was thrown against the steel, the impact drew gasps from the audience. It wasn't gruesome. It was real. The kind of moment that shows the danger and beauty of professional wrestling. Skye staggered back, shaken but not broken, wiping her face and refusing to retreat. The crowd erupted in support, their cheers echoing through the arena. That instant captured what Blood and Guts is truly about, not violence for its own sake, but endurance in the face of pressure. The steel cage, symbolic of AEW's most demanding battles, tested Skye's resilience, and rather than fade, she seemed to grow stronger. It was here that the match shifted from competition to survival, a proving ground for toughness and composure. Julia Hart joins the fray. When Julia Hart entered the cage, the momentum shifted dramatically. Her presence ignited a spark that changed the pace entirely. Julia, known for her mysterious and calculated style, brought intensity that balanced perfectly with Skye's fiery determination. Together, the two formed an unexpected alliance, not out of friendship, but mutual respect for the fight unfolding before them. The audience could sense it immediately. Two driven athletes uniting against a powerhouse like Willow. Their chemistry was instantaneous, landing synchronized attacks that left the crowd roaring in appreciation. The teamwork wasn't perfect, but it was passionate and improvised, filled with heart. In a match defined by chaos, Julia and Skye found rhythm, turning defense into offense. It was in this moment that Skye Blue, still visibly fighting through fatigue, began to show why she's emerging as one of AEW's most fearless competitors. Harley Cameron's impactful arrival. the atmosphere changed again when Harley Cameron entered the match. Confident, composed, and dangerous, she brought with her a sense of unpredictability that instantly raised the stakes. Harley didn't waste a second, stepping into the cage with a commanding presence that reminded everyone why AEW's women's division has become one of the most exciting in professional wrestling. Her offense was calculated, her timing sharp, and her energy contagious. She targeted each opponent strategically, creating new rivalries in real time. The fans responded with equal parts admiration and anticipation, knowing Harley's entrance marked a shift toward the final stages of the bout. While Skye and Julia tried to adapt, Harley's control reminded everyone that Blood and Guts isn't just about endurance, it's about seizing moments. The chaos felt balanced by purpose, every strike and counter contributing to a larger, unforgettable story. Skye Blue's defining moment. Through it all, Skye Blue stood out. Despite being surrounded by chaos, she never lost focus. The crowd watched her transform from a rising star into a symbol of resilience. Every challenge seemed to push her further. Each setback met with renewed resolve. There was a moment when she could have stepped back, played it safe, but she didn't. Instead, she leaned into the challenge, matching her opponents move for move, heart for heart. Her courage became the emotional center of the match. It wasn't about dominance or revenge, it was about belonging. As the cameras captured her determination, fans saw something genuine, a competitor evolving in real time. Skye wasn't just surviving, she was embracing the chaos, learning from it, and showing the world that toughness isn't about how hard you hit, but how much you refuse to quit. A night that redefined AEW's women's division. Approximately 140 words, Blood and Guts, 2025 will be remembered as a milestone for AEW's women's division. What once was viewed as a niche showcase evolved into a defining statement about equality, endurance, and storytelling. Every competitor contributed something vital: Willow's strength, Julia's cunning, Harley's confidence, and Skye's heart. The cage, once a symbol of confinement, became a canvas for courage. Fans left the arena buzzing, not just from the spectacle, but from the message. That women's wrestling has reached new creative and emotional heights, AEW has long prided itself on innovation, and this match delivered on every front. It wasn't about shock value, it was about authenticity. The performances reminded audiences that greatness in wrestling isn't measured in titles alone, but in moments that connect deeply. Moments like Skye Blue standing tall after the storm conclusion. When the dust settled inside AEW's Blood and Guts cage, one thing was undeniable. Skye Blue had arrived. She may not have walked out victorious in the traditional sense, but in spirit, she conquered something far more significant. Her performance bridged the gap between spectacle and sincerity, reminding everyone why professional wrestling remains one of the most emotionally charged forms of storytelling. Fans witness not just an athlete in motion, but a journey in progress, a moment that will echo through AEW's future. The women's division continues to evolve, fueled by performers who risk everything to leave an impact. And on this night, Skye Blue proved she belongs among them. Her courage, resilience, and drive ensured that when history looks back on this match, it won't just remember the chaos, it will remember her heart.